Welcome to 10-minute sci-fi thrillers by Ramana Rao MLV. Alien, a sci-fi thriller by Ramana Rao MLV.
Sayonara. Normally, it's the last word we speak when parting. Here, paradoxically, it will be the first. The first word of my autobiography. In your tradition, you write your life stories to justify yourself, to prove something, but I'm not writing to justify myself. I'm writing to justify you, the listeners, you, the earthlings, those who believe that they had mastered much, that is, you. No, not justify, perhaps enlighten is the right word. Pardon my language. Even after observing you for so long, I haven't mastered your language. You wonder why? Well, degrading my communication from perfection to the imperfections of your language isn't as easy for us as it is for you. You look around at your so-called advanced machines and believe you are masters. Then why haven't you discovered us? Let me explain. Most things are lost because they are searched for, where they are not. You turn your satellites outward, beam your questions to distant stars, and await a reply that must come from elsewhere. Anywhere but here. As simple as that. You think that we are aliens, but you've never considered that the most alien thing might not be out there. It might be you. You are the aliens to your Mother Earth. Are you not? You disrupt it. You make it inhabitable. Isn't that what it means to be alien? Your planet is changing. Not just its air or temperature or soil, but something deeper. Something in your sleep. Well, I should accept that what is inhabitable for you might not be so for others. We were not born on Earth. Our origin lies farther away than even your wildest telescopes can resolve. A planet with a rhythm so distinct, so unwavering, that even after crossing galaxies, we remain tuned to it. Like a tuning fork still humming the note of its creation. It's unlike your internal clocks which reset according to time zones and hotel rooms. You call the disturbance jet lag. We don't get jet lag, our rhythm is fixed. Of course, I can feel your doubt. If we are that loyal to our planet, why are we troubling you? Not with this autobiography, of course. I hear your silence. It is your truest language. In ours, silence is sacred too, so I will break it for once to explain. But if you've stayed with me this far, I owe you honesty. We need a way to survive. In fact, your Earth should be the last place for us to visit. Sunlight poisons us, oxygen corrodes us. Your planet, though promising, was still lethal to our form, and yet something in it called to us, not its soil, not its oceans. You. I will tell you more about it soon. I know this autobiography would remain incomplete without answering that question. But first, I would like to bring something simpler to your notice. A natural phenomenon from your own world. You know the bee colony, don't you? Most of them are worker bees. And what do? They search for flowers, they collect nectar, they store honey. But ask yourself, for whose benefit? I see those worker bees in you. You have been toiling all this time, sweating, stressed, producing things and more things, most of them not useful to you at all. So again, for whose benefit? Well, just as you enjoy the honey collected made by bees, who will never taste it, we are getting your earth harvested, by you, of course. We cannot tolerate the high oxygen levels, and you are reducing them. Carbon dioxide is to us what oxygen is to you. Of course, you are manufacturing that for us. Understood what I'm hinting at? You are producing honey by making Earth unlivable to yourself, and in the process making it perfect for us. The day is not far, just a few millennia. Then all of us will come. Hey, don't be hasty in planning a retaliation. You won't need one, because you are already a conquered race. As you now understand, I am here. Not alone, billions of us, making you the worker bees and preparing our feast a habitable planet. Going by your logic, you should have two questions, right? Answering them is the very purpose of this autobiography. Let me begin with the most obvious. If we are already here, why don't you know that? Because you ignored the very first principle of knowledge, know thyself, and in that you have failed. Want to know how you have been conquered? We don't conquer races the way you do, blood, war, etc. We are as peace-loving people as you would ever become. You made us conquer you by making yourselves the subjects of our domination. When you don't fully understand your own consciousness, how can you unravel the mysteries of nature? Do you know that your consciousness is bifurcated? No. It was not originally bifurcated. With our technology, we did not need to enter your bodies. We found something far more accommodating. We bifurcated your consciousness. A very simple process it has been. As your ancient philosophers say, you should never start a war you cannot win, and we know we would win, and we did. Your mind is not singular. It has folds, daylight folds and dreaming folds. There is the version of you that walks, calculates, interacts and toils for us, harvesting the earth for us, and the version of you that wanders inward during your quietest moments, during the alternate reality which you had a glimpse of recently and which we have mastered millennia ago. You assumed the second self was dormant. That sleep was rest. You were wrong. Your unconscious state, your dreaming mind, became our dwelling. Actually, we are that state, the alien race about whom you would not have thought of. We have carved out a space in that silence of your night, a neural annex, a cerebral shadow. We didn't invade your cities. We inhabited your nights. And it was a perfect invasion, a vanquishing experience for you, even without a single drop of blood shed. At first we simply observed, tracing the networks of your memory, your habits, your instincts. But over time, as Earth began to tilt toward habitability for our kind, we began to act. Subtly, softly, deliberately. Remember, we don't steer your bodies, we just guide your impulses. You claim yourself rational only to prove how irrational you can be. We planted curiosity in engineers, restlessness in explorers, greed in architects. Not because we wanted to control you, but because we wanted you to reshape the world for us, and you did. Well, almost. Not completely. But take it for granted, it is complete. And now your second question arises. Why risk giving you this autobiography when there is the slimmest chance you might resist? I mean, by giving out this biography. Who am I to speak on behalf of my race? Well, I am the emperor of that distant planet, a place whose name is written in 5 dimensions. You couldn't even pronounce it, let alone find it. But before your imagination runs wild, understand what emperor means to us. To you, an emperor rules for his benefit. To us, the emperor exists for the sake of the subjects, for their benefit and for their survival. A simple reversal, a shift in direction. And that changes everything, doesn't it? I, the emperor of our home, came here not to rule. I came here to serve my people, to harvest this planet, or rather to make it harvested for us. Still, you may ask, wouldn't our purpose be better served if I left in silence? Possibly, but here's where integrity matters. Well, here comes the value of integrity. Despite the galactic differences between us, we want to win the war the fair way. Yes, this universe is a battlefield. One of your own called it the survival of the fittest. Even in this war for survival, we offer you a chance. A war is not fair unless both sides know it's being fought. Sayonara. The alien's face faded from the screen. Then a message began to blink. Now you need to play your part.